Welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing El Salvador 2, Trinidad and Tobago 3 in the CONCACAF Nations League 2023-24 League A, Group A. El Salvador 2, Trinidad y Tobago 3 en la Liga de Nations de la CONCACAF. Liga A, Grupo A, Jornada 2. I cannot believe I saw this result. In El Salvador, no less. El Salvador starts off hot. They do. First 20 minutes, they're on the ball. They're just imposing their will on Trinidad, right? They're imposing their will. They're pushing the ball forward. There is absolutely nothing that Trinidad can do to stop El Salvador from ripping them to shreds. And what happens? 17th minute, Eric Zavaleta gets a header, he pops it in, and you think, yeah, this game's going to be over pretty quickly. 1-0, 1-0. Eric Zavaleta gets the goal. Then, 5 minutes later, Ryan Telfer has the ball at the top of the box, ball played into him, embarrasses his former teammate, Eric Zavaleta, and puts it top bins past Tomas Romero to make it 1-1. And to be honest, El Salvador should have been leading at the half. There were so many fumbles. That you would think that El Salvador would have been able to pop one in and make it 2-1, maybe 3. No. Their composure in front of net was the most irresponsible thing, both halves, that I've seen in a while. Halftime, 1-1. Medio tiempo, 1-1. But it gets worse from there. Eric Zavaleta, he giveth, he taketh again. Malcolm Shaw gets pushed over, or a Trinidadian player gets pushed over in the box. Malcolm Shaw is the one who takes the penalty. Penalty's given. Eric Zavaleta just pushes a dude over, bowls him over. Pulls a Toronto Eric Zavaleta move, his second one of the night, but especially the more egregious one. Pops the guy over. Thinks he needs VAR for them to check it, but guess what? There's nothing to check. You push the dude over. There's a penalty. Malcolm Shaw takes it. Romero can't save this one. 51st minute, 1-2, 1-2. Trinidad has the lead. But 2 minutes later, Brian Heel say, all right, I'm going to do it myself. You need some help? I'm going to do it myself. Ball played in. Off the corner, he taps it in. A little bit of a rebound, a little bit of a fracas in front of the net. There's a fumble they got paid for. 2-2, 2-2. Brian Heel pops it in. But 19 minutes later, Justin Garcia, ball crossed in, lofted in. He heads it. It loops over Tomas Romero's hand and into the net to make it 2-3, 2-3. And Trinidad has the lead. They would not renege on that lead. Full time, 2-3, 2-3. I can't believe what I saw. Full-time stats, 26 shots to 4, 13 shots on goal to 3, 63% possession to 37% possession, 450 passes to 209, 86% pass accuracy to 69, 18 fouls to 15, 1 offside to 1, 2 yellow cards to 2, 0 red cards to 0, 4 corners to 0. Or 9 corners to 0, my bad, I didn't close up that 9. 9 corners to 0. Listen. You know what the big thing about this game is? Who's top of this group right now? The top 2 right now who would be playing for Copa America qualification and Nations League final qualification. Who are the top 2 right now? Yes, you would be correct. Trinidad and Tobago and Panama are top of this group. 6 points for Trinidad, 4 points for Panama. One of those things is not like the others. One of those things you would not think would be within a whisker of a World Cup qualification, automatically, or Copa America qualification. Well, they may be. And it makes me want to call Trinidad and Tobago this. And before we do it, I need a paper pop, because if we're going to make a college football reference, we got to go do the good old Josh Pate paper pop. So, paper pop. Listen. Trinidad and Tobago are CONCACAF's Appalachian State. Ever since that fateful night in Cuba, where they beat the USA to make sure the USA wouldn't go to Russia, Trinidad and Tobago have been a team that have beaten mid-level teams in CONCACAF with regularity and made the big boys have fits. Trinidad and Tobago aren't some garden variety minnow. And they didn't even need all these dual nationals to do it. No. They had their local team. They had a C team come in tonight to El Salvador and beat El Salvador. You cannot say, here's the problem. If you say Trinidad and Tobago are getting rolled by El Salvador or by Jamaica or by Canada or by the USA, you're wrong. They're not getting rolled. They may lose in the end. They're not getting rolled, but they won tonight. That's like Appalachian State. Look at what they did to Michigan when they were in the FCS. All right? That's like Cuba. That was the world, them saying to the world, we're here. We're here. Better get used to it. And ever since, they've had some really big moments. Trinidad's had some big moments. Appalachian State's had some big moments. This may be like that Texas A&M game last year. Point being, unlike college football, you can't control who you schedule. So you can't say, don't schedule Trinidad and Tobago. No, you got to play them. And when you play them, Lord have mercy in heaven. You ain't going to walk out of there all fresh and spiffy. No, you're going to walk out of there with your skin ripped out of your back. Listen, Trinidad are dogs. They fight. They bite. They scratch. They claw. El Salvador did not do that tonight. Suffice all that to say, El Salvador are weak. I don't know what the hell happened. Last game, they didn't even throw a chance up the pitch. They had a couple of chances they could have gone and moved up the pitch and actually got a goal. Tonight, they scored a couple of goals, but their defense went full. Their vaunted defense, mind you, they're hard to score against, right? Their vaunted defense, mostly Eric Zavaleta being Toronto Eric Zavaleta, I know how you feel. This isn't fun. Just absolutely says, hey, might as well throw the game. Boom, boom, boom. Might as well. Like, this felt very, very similar to me. This wasn't like, unlike Toronto, though, he did get a goal. So I guess it's a little bit better, you know? I guess it's a little bit better. El Salvador are weak. Hugo Perez needs to be fired. This was embarrassing. This match was embarrassing for El Salvador. They are supposed to be growing. They are supposed to be building. Everybody said, and even me, that the 2022 World Cup qualification cycle was them building something for the future. They have a good platform. They have a good foundation. No, they don't. Or they don't have more than that foundation. It is falling apart. It is cracking at the seams. That foundation is cracking at the seams. The Gold Cup was horrible. They got knocked out in the group stage. They're about to be relegated to League B. They have 1 point. They are 5th. Martinique is over them again. How about that? Again. Oh, wait, you lost to them earlier this year. You have to play them again. I think so, right? Yeah. How's that gonna feel? Again, Martinique is above you. El Salvador, Lord have mercy. You got Appalachian Stated. You got Trinidad and Tobago. But you still sucked against Guatemala. It's not like this is a one-off. You got beat by Martinique 3 months ago. And you're telling me that this is just a one-off. Yeah, sure. One-off. One-off. Yeah, sure, it's a one-off. You're screwed. Hugo Perez is either pissed at the Federation and he's trying to tank this. Either the Federation don't know what the hell they're doing, or the players just suck. What is it? Is it all three? Might as well. The players played like crap. Hugo Perez is not some genius. And maybe he doesn't have good enough players to build something with. You put him in Canada, maybe he's a better manager. Maybe he actually builds what he was supposed to build in El Salvador. I don't know. We may find out. Who knows? But this is a freaking embarrassing situation. 2 losses. Guatemala, the fact you didn't even try to shoot, that's embarrassing. But at least Guatemala's on the up too. This Trinidad coming to your house with a C team. And they fought their asses off. I'm not trying to downplay Trinidad. The Appalachian State comparison is one of the most glowing things I could have said about you. Just so you know. If you know college football, you know. If you don't, look up Appalachian State. You'll realize that was me basically saying, yeah, that's glowing. That was not disrespect. That was glowing, okay? Just so you know if you don't know. That was glowing of you. And that's the best I could say. Because they only had 4 shots and 3 goals. They were very clinical. They should have given up more shots. El Salvador still couldn't shoot and hit the broadside of a barn. They still couldn't. But no, it's all fine. It's all fine. No, you lost. You were on the razor's edge of being eliminated from Copa America contention and Nations League contention. Let's remember, this is also a dual tournament, pretty much. Dual qualification and tournament. You're out for both. 1 point. 1 win from Panama or Guatemala, you're out. By the way, you have to play. You play Trinidad again. Oh, by the way, they could get more than... They've already had 7 points. You're in trouble. So that's 1 spot gone. You're hoping that they have the collapse of a century. Panama and Guatemala. One of them. Or actually both. They pick up a win, you're done. They pick up a win and you're fighting not to get relegated. You are bottom 2. You could be going to League B. El Salvador in League B? I can't believe what I'm seeing. You're saying you're growing. You got some good stuff coming for World Cup 26, right? Yeah, if you're in League B, you could throw all that to the wayside. This game was embarrassing. It was absolutely and utterly embarrassing. That was a C team of Trinidad. Not their A team. No, their C team. Locals. You were playing Narciso Orellana, Brian Heel, Meyer Heel, Alex Roldan, Eric Zavaleta, Brian Tamakis. Pretty much your A team, give or take. And you lose to a C team. Lose! This is amazing for Trinidad. This is amazing for the Soca Warriors. I'm not saying it's not. They are, again, the Appalachian State of CONCACAF. You do not want to fight with them. And you're forced to. You can't even not schedule them. You have to. That's harder. You have to play them. They fight. They rip your skin out of your back. They scratch you and claw you. Even a C team, and you lost at home. They ran up to your house and said, oh, we're going to pants you. Pretty much ruin anything you have planned for 26 and Copa America. Bye. And pretty much say that they're more likely to go to the playoff, the knockouts than you. They're technically 4 games away from Copa America. 5 if you want to talk to playoff. The repechaje. You won't make it. You may not get relegated. You won't make it to that knockout. Unless Panama and frickin' Guatemala absolutely have a giant collapse. But then again, you're not making it. You and Curacao are in trouble. Curacao, it's like, okay, yeah, they could go to League B. This was a very tough group. But you? El Salvador. Yeah, no. No. That deserves a paper pop all its own. League B. I hope you do get relegated. I do. You pull that, you have this absolute shambles of a window, and you piss away everything, you might as well get relegated. Might as well. I think, well, this one ain't for the Gold Cup. That's next one. Might as well get relegated. I mean, at least means you'll get to the Gold Cup easier, yeah? Sure. Man of the match for me is Ryan Telfer. Good for him. Goal and assist for the man that I once doubted in Toronto FC. Man of the match. What a play. Probably their best player on the pitch. Highest level and best player. Good job for Telfer. I'm happy for him. Listen, El Salvador. Blow it all up. It's done. You're not going to 26. You're not going to 26. You just got Appalachian State. You got Soca Warriors. Yeah, no. Blow it all up. Fire Perez. Sack him. Send him out the door. He probably wants to go. Just give up. Just give up. Just give up. It's over. It's over. It's over. You ain't going to 2026 like this. You needed Copa America to learn too. Nah, you're done. You're gone. I'm sorry. It's it. Your hopes are dashed already before they even really got a chance to start. It's sad, but you know what? Trinidad will probably be the ones. They could go. They have a better chance of making the World Cup than you for the second time ever. What should be the third time ever if you're talking about, if some old heads are watching, they'll be like, yeah, we should have been there instead of Haiti. But yeah. Embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing what you just did. Lord have mercy in heaven. Get out of here. Y'all are a waste of time and space. Get out of here, El Salvador. Make me sick. With that being said, if you like this video, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in plays. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you on Tuesday for a live watch along of both Jamaica versus Haiti and Honduras versus Grenada. And then the RSR for Honduras versus Grenada. 2 big matches on Tuesday. We have a Monday off. And we'll do one more paper pop to end the video. See ya. Peace.